What's going on, people of YouTube? My name is Kurtyoy, and welcome back, finally, to another video. I say finally. You've probably got 2 today, maybe 3 if I can get the podcast out, but I doubt it looking at the time. So here's an extra video for you about Sam Allardyce, about the England national team, about where we should go from now. Now, I'm a big fan of keeping things in-house. The best thing for a national team, wherever it is to get a passionate, I don't want to sound like a, it's the stereotypical, racist, Britain first racist, like keep it in house, Britain, save our Britain, all that sort of nonsense. But when you want passion, and I think, albeit Sam Allardyce brought that, unfortunately, turns out to be quite a dodgy bastard, so he can't bring any more. Sam Allardyce, Gareth Southgate, has been tucked in temporary charge, and to be honest, I've devised a little plan. So, we're looking at the English managers and we're finding that's what it's like looking for a good candidate. I just showed you all the good candidates right there. Did you see them? Did you see all of them? That's right. Grand total of 0 because there isn't any. For the moment, you got, Pardew, you want him to finish his reign at Crystal Palace before he comes into the England job. You've got Eddie Howe, you want him to, spend time at either Bournemouth for the next few years or another few clubs. Rush him in too early, his career goes from here to somewhere way down there, and I'm not talking about that way, dirty people. But where do we go? My best bet, as much as I hate it myself, well, that came out of nowhere, as much as I hate it myself, is Gareth Southgate for the time being. Now, why Gareth Southgate? Well, he's a yes man, he's a plod along, he'll do his business, he'll probably get us to win most of our games, draw a few, be unbeaten in the qualifying, and we'll go up. We'll think we're going to go to the World Cup in Russia. We'll think you're going to do well. We'll get to the usual second round, get knocked out on penalties probably. And you'll think Southgate, he's not too bad, but he's not too good. He's not fantastic, but he's not dog shite. It'll be that. Wait, there is a fix. Now, arguably, as Big Sam put it, the hardest game is out of the way. Our group is shockingly easy. We should get, every single game should be a win. But I think there is a much better alternative for the England national team. Southgate should be capable enough to, take us through the games he is up until the end of this Premier League season. Then we do a cheeky little business and bring Wenger in. We wait for Arsene Wenger. Now, as I said, I'm a big fan of keeping things in-house, but you look at the managers that are being chucked out. Gareth Southgate, I don't want him. He's just, younger Roy Hodgson. Glenn Hoddle, his fucking faith healing can go do one. It's like, disabled people are being, basically are being punished for, sins in earlier life. Who the fuck says that? What sane person says that and gets a second chance at the England national team? No one. Not in my land, no. I've never really wanted to get... I've always been upbeat. I said, because, as you know, I said England could win the Euros. Obviously, they didn't. But I want to get behind the national team. I got behind Sam Allardyce, got behind Roy Hodgson, I got behind the previous managers. But I can't get behind Glenn Hoddle if he's the man. I'll accept other names, even Gareth Southgate if it comes down to it, but not Glenn Hoddle. Someone that, you're thinking, Sam Allardyce, yeah, he's agrees to take money to bend rules and all that sort of business. If someone thinks that disabled people are being punished for sins in an earlier life, then Jesus Christ, do you think that was a red card tackle that has ended Harry Kane's career, Glenn? Well, he's just being punished for what he did in a previous life, and there's nothing we can really do about it. It's like, thanks, Glenn, you moron. That's why I don't want Glenn Hoddle. Big sort of part of this video about Glenn Hoddle. But why should we wait for Arsene Wenger? Well, no one is free and out there. And then the second name that I've seen floating around a lot is Steve Bruce. Now, very much like Big Sam, in the likes of his big, all jokes aside though, he's not as good as Big Sam. Big Sam, same sort of mentality. You're going to, install him. And you think, right, get a steely, mentality back. You're going to get rigid format. Good solid back line. Thing is, though, Sam Allardyce never gets relegated. Steve Bruce has been relegated. There is your difference. And with Southgate, he's had international experience. Under 21s, he'll be able to come up, he'll be able to do a job. Bob's your uncle. Bring in a few of the young lads. Hopefully, change the team about. Don't put people in there for names. Give people their debuts. Sort of just ease the team in, and then he can go back to under 21s or wherever he wants to go. And once Wenger has had one last hurrah at Arsenal, maybe win the league like a hero, he can come to England. He said he's not, said he's not interested in the England job. And I would like Wenger. I really like Wenger as a manager. And you think, despite all the protests against him, there is a reason why he has kept his job for 20 years. It's close towards the Ferguson reign. Now, arguably, he's not as successful as Ferguson. Not nearly. If we had a choice between a Fergie at his prime years or Wenger at his prime years, definitely Fergie. Because Fergie's been able to do it with great teams, been able to do it with shocking teams. Wenger, not so much. But the players at his disposal, I think he could really, really utilise. See him, he's getting the best out of Theo Walcott at the moment. That's obviously a positive. You also got Kieran Gibbs in the squad. You managed to keep him in the squad for a while, doing well. Oxlade-Chamberlain occasionally turns up whenever he plays. We've got a huge amount of, Arsene Wenger type players in this England team. And the style of football he'll bring would be good. And genuinely, this man gets top 4 every single season, whether he's got the best team or one of his worst teams. So even if the England team is pretty shite, he'll be able to do well. And there we have it. That's what I think we should do. And I don't think I've seen anywhere actually say this, but that is generally what I do. You can't nick a manager from a club this early in the season unless they've been sacked. If they've been sacked, don't bring a manager that's sacked. Pretty easy to understand. But at the end of the season, I think Arsene Wenger, if he is ready to go, great time to bring him in. And, Gareth Southgate to take interim charge for the year. Because in the end, he could manage to step up one day. But for the plan, that's what I'm going with. But there we have it. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed. And what do you think should happen? Who do you think should take the England job? Let me know. And if it's Glenn Waddle, you're banned. You're fired. Never watch my channel again. I'm only joking. I know that in managerial wise he could be a good pick, but I just think he's an absolute knobhead. And if he's going to bring faith healers in again, then we're all doomed. We're all doomed. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed, and peace.